There's this channel, guys, okay, that I am aware of, that you may be aware of, called Cynic Snacks. Now, Cynic Snacks is a YouTuber with 200,000 subscribers. He hasn't uploaded in a while. It looks like his videos are actually taken down, but he was a relatively popular movie review channel. He made a lot of videos. He was kind of in the same vein as Cynical Reviews, who is someone who, he makes like, you know, pretty standard movie review content over here on YouTube. This video is called Unplanned and Atrocious Anti-Abortion Propaganda Movie. You kind of know what you're getting into with this kind of content.
Complained about family and gives pretty bad reasonings. When she's confronted with a counterpoint, she's unable to respond.
On the French fries and the
It's kind of like Your Movie Sucks inspired type stuff. Pretty decent content, and that's what Cynic Snacks did. The difference is that Cynic Snacks had a lot of like complicated like animated aspects of his videos. Like he was doing full-on claymation stuff, full-on 3D animation. It was pretty good. But apparently all his videos are taken down. Is there any way I can get his videos been re-uploaded? Cynic Epstein Half-Baked Podcast. I guess we talked about him here. Did we talk about him on this podcast?
Cynic Snacks.
I remember Nick hated him.
Series.
Screen peeves?
Screen peeves.
That's disgusting.
That's a blast from the past. Nick's one of Nick's first rivals, bro.
Dude, Cynic Snacks.
That's like a super
Alright,
villain from back in the day.
Time out. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it.
Cynic Snacks.
Dude, Cynic Snacks' stupid pizza avatar literally looks like a pedo.
What do you mean?
Not Cynic Snacks himself, but
God, bro.
his pizza avatar looks like a honestly.
Why are you like this, Nick?
I will say his profile picture is disgusting, but like I wouldn't go that far.
Dude, Nick had to get a
I forgot how sus this podcast art was. Why am I a cat, dude? Why am I a cat on the floor?
jab in before the end of the year.
Have you ever met like a pizza, Nick?
Hold on, we're gonna get a picture of it, okay? Psych draws, you have to draw him into the artwork, okay? All right. So just so they know what he looks like, all right? You can make him look worse.
They should just trace over his fucking avatar and make that the thumbnail. He hasn't uploaded in a year. What's he been doing?
I don't know. It's great though. I'm really
Look,
glad
we're wondering what he's been doing.
he quit.
What the f is wrong with
Have
him?
you seen his videos? I don't really watch them.
I haven't watched them in like 2 years. This is just something I remember. I don't see his avatar in these much. What the f?
He used to like animate his little pizza guy. I thought that was kind of
Okay, so you get the idea. We were wondering where he was. Even 2 years ago, we were wondering where he was. 2 years ago, he hadn't uploaded in a year. We were wondering what's going on for this guy, with this guy, okay? Let me introduce you to someone else. Do you guys know who Wilbur Soot is? Wilbur Soot is like a really famous guy. He used to be part of this Reddit channel called Soot House. Was pretty popular doing that. And then he kind of became like this, he did streams for a while. He did like Among Us and Minecraft type stuff, but he kind of became this very like, you know, soft boy aesthetic thing, like pastel clothing or whatever, this kind of thing. You guys know the kind of person I'm talking about, okay? I don't need to spell it out in uncertain terms. You guys know this kind of person. Well, he ended up, I believe, forming this band called Lovejoy. Oh wait, am I wrong? Wait, did he not form Lovejoy? Oh wait, he is a songwriter. Okay, so Lovejoy is an English indie rock band formed in Brighton in 2021. The band consists of William Gold as lead vocalist and rhythm guitarist, Joe Goldsmith as lead guitarist, Mark Boardman as drummer, and Ash Kabosu as bassist, with all four sharing in songwriting. Here we see Wilbur Soot is listed as a songwriter. And if you look up Lovejoy, they're quite popular. They have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And if you sort by popular, this has 18 million views. This has 17 million with Wilbur Soot right there. They're very, very famous. This is a famous band, okay? So how are these things connected? Well, apparently, one of the members of this band is literally Cynic Snacks. I don't know how I didn't know this. I literally have no idea how I didn't know this. But this guy they're talking about, Ash Kabosu, is literally Cynic Snacks. It's the same guy that I knew on YouTube who was in like my group chats. I probably even did audio for one of his videos at one point. I feel like we collabed or something. This guy Ash is literally Cynic Snacks from YouTube. Kind of weird, right? Kind of weird how things work out. Well, why are we talking about him today? Well, he ended up posting a long apology to Twitter, apologizing for some bad things that were said. Here we have a post from Ash Kabosu. Here he is right here. This says, regarding @Cynic Snacks. There was an old account I used to make content for, and I should be open about it being behind me. Some jokes and comments I made were badly worded and poor taste and have never truly represented who I aim to be. They are snarky, sarcastic, and ignorant attempts at humor, hammed up to fit a persona that was rooted entirely in negativity, and I don't stand behind any of it. Hence why I moved away from the account years ago. Even at the time, I knew I had got to a place I was deeply unhappy with. I'm genuinely sorry to people that are offended by anything I said. I'm also sorry that this harmful rhetoric has been replatformed recently, but I must be held to account. So thank you for bringing it to light. I must be held to account. Yeah, okay, pussy. I also apologize apologize for not having already removed the tweets. I had lost access to the email, and inaction is a personal flaw that I'm working on. I've managed to regain access and remove the account now to prevent affecting anyone else. In short, I don't stand by the views expressed. I moved on a long time ago, and I'm sorry. As for the videos associated with the YouTube channel, I've made the videos private and spent the last few days reviewing them and reconciling my thoughts, as I haven't seen that content for a long time. The videos on the channel do represent a great deal of work and effort, as it was a project I spent a number of years on. I don't want to just delete it all and leave you to think it was all horrible and offensive, as this isn't the case. But the content was created for an entirely different demographic, and not with the following I've been so lucky to find as Ash Kabosu in mind. I never imagined that an account left dormant for years, one which I never wished to put a face to, would be presented to this new audience. Myself and the internet at large has progressed a lot since the videos were created and uploaded. Keep in mind, this wasn't that long ago. This was like 3 years ago. You're telling me in 3 years you decided to stop being, I guess, edgy or something? We don't even know what he said yet. But I don't know. I feel like he's kind of pandering here to this audience, man. I don't think he actually feels bad. I think he got a good gig in this band and doesn't want to get rid of that. There's a lot of content on there that I'm still very proud of, and I know people will find enjoyment in, even if it is me, mostly me complaining about insignificant things, as was the original intended nature of the channel. Moving forward, I want to ensure anything that is public and associated with me continually aligns with my attitudes and belief. Thank you, Ash X. A reminder to replies that the tweets targeted certain groups of people from sexuality to ethnicity. If you're not a part of those groups, you don't get to accept this apology on their behalf. Thanks for the apology, but could you directly address and mention the groups you've hurt? I cannot accept or reject an apology I'm not sure is issued to my groups. And leaving it vague helps nobody accept you, I guess. These people are begging for a fucking apology for an issue they didn't even know about and didn't care about. They don't even know what he said. This person's like, I don't know if I can accept this. Was it directed at my group? You fucking losers, dude. Holy shit. And what did he actually say? What did he actually say? Really don't feel comfortable with poor Tubbo stuck between James Charles and Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson literally isn't a pedophile. He would 100% invite Tubbo to his Neverland Ranch if he were still alive. Can't wait until we complete the slur alphabet. We'll be one step closer to communicating sorely through emojis. Make sure you only use emojis that are attributed to you. Don't want to commit digital cultural appropriation. Such a sin will render you homeless and unemployed. Taking bets on when people of color becomes a slur and is outlawed. How famous you need to get here before you have to start sexually assaulting people? I'd like to stay just below that threshold if possible. So he didn't really even say anything. He just made he made a few silly jokes on Twitter, and now he's apologizing as if he was like the king of racism. You are not the king of racism, okay? Someone else has that title. I don't know who it could be. But whoever it is, if anyone needs to apologize, it's probably him. And I imagine he probably won't because he's the king. Bro became unfunny and wanted to confirm it. I mean, this is just, okay, he didn't even say anything really specific here about what he did that was wrong. He just is apologizing for like some nebulous idea of something he hurt. Who cares? You're a good human, Ash. Is he? I feel like he's just pandering to you. I feel like you little tender queers are being squeezed dry because he knows he can make money off of you if he apologizes in this way. He knows you'll continue supporting his fucking indie rock group from England if he apologizes. And he apologized for nothing, dude. He didn't even do anything wrong. So yeah, I don't know. I guess Cynic Snacks turned out to be a pussy. Didn't see that coming. I guess in a way I don't totally blame him. I mean, you know, he got famous doing music. He doesn't want to ruin that, but I feel like he could have just as easily literally said nothing. I feel like he could have just said nothing. Update is no longer alleged Ash Kabosu of Lovejoy is and was Cynic Snacks. Dude addressed his old account in a huge apology on Twitter for his past jokes. A decent chunk of his audience accepted it, but as expected, another group is nitpicking his apology to death. When I'm in a Be Racist challenge, my opponent is Ash Kabosu. These people are so cringe, dude. He didn't even say anything. Saying this on here, I don't stand with the things Kai is saying on Ash Kabosu's struggles. I no longer am a part of that account. To anyone affected by the situation, I'm extremely sorry, and my DMs are open to those who need it. Why are you guys talking about it like you got raped? You're talking about it like you went through the Holocaust, dude. Nothing happened to you. There are old tweets with 30 likes. Nothing happened to you. You shouldn't care. You're a loser. Loser. You're a loser, dude. You actually suck. Turns out Ash Kabosu is and was a PewDiePie fan. Edgelord said slurs. No. He likes the most popular YouTuber in the world. No. Ash Kabosu being racist was not on my 2024 bingo card. He's not even racist though. You loser. You want him to be racist because you think it's funny to cry on Twitter and play victim. This is what this person likes, dude. This is extremely dark. This is one of the darkest things I've ever seen in my life. How I feel seeing Ash Kabosu being called out when I've been hating him forever, publicly and privately. These people are just like preying on someone's downfall. They're bullies, dude. They've been waiting for this guy to like up, meaning for someone to find his old tweets that they don't like because they don't like his music. These people have like no morals. If you're so desperate to reproduce, you can just take the L and holiday locally for a couple years. Is that bad? Don't forget he said this too. Let's not forget when Ash Kabosu got angry and started getting passive aggressive towards people who tried to educate him on Maddie Healy. Good vibes, lol. You are grossly oversimplifying what has happened here. Stop with your white savior complex and listen to the Malaysian people who are affected by this. What 1975 did will prevent other bands from performing in the country. The fans will never get to see their favorite artists. The simplest thing 1975 could have done to prevent all this. When did I express support? It's called a conversation. Stop speaking over minorities, please. Well, maybe you should speak louder or something, dude. Maybe your voice isn't loud enough. Maybe sometimes they need to be spoken over. Have you thought about that? Sometimes, just sometimes, maybe a little bit. Sometimes minorities are wrong too. Sometimes white people are wrong and sometimes black people are wrong. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but Ash Kabosu is a massive freak and I'm tired of Lovejoy always forgetting that. Lovejoy Twit always forgetting that. We're going down a very dark pit right now, dude. Genuinely still hate Ash Kabosu and you ain't gonna see me post or about Lovejoy ever again. Oh, it got deleted. Based. That was based though. These people's like number one fear is like somebody making a joke. No one has a worse digital footprint than Ash Kabosu. Wait till you see mine. But Joker. Wait, based? Okay, but this is so like retarded, dude. Who fucking cares? Who cares that he said the F slur on Twitter 3 years ago? Who fucking cares, dude? Just listen to the music. Why are people such losers? You're looking for problems. You love to have problems. You love to have something to cry about and complain about. These people's favorite thing in the world is feeling like they're a victim. Like they get to talk about it on Twitter. I'm done supporting him. You know, there are actual like wars going on right now, and your biggest concern is like that a guy in a band you liked made weird YouTube videos 4 years ago or something. Who fucking cares? You loser. Literally no one. Literally no one. Well, I say no one cares, but unfortunately someone does care. First world problems, I mean, it's just people begging for something to cry about and complain about, right? And that's what people on Twitter do, is the thing. That's what they love to do. They love to cry. Twitter users trying to get offended by something that doesn't even affect their life challenge. Exactly. It's so lovely to live in the same world as these people. Can we restrict air and prevent voting rights from these people? I feel like there needs to be greater legislation on that, maybe. If you're someone from Lovejoy Twit, you should not be able to vote. They're literally minors, bro. Some of them are. Some of them are definitely adults. Whatever the case, they're all equally dumb, and I hate them. The worst part is these people actually believe what they cry about. I think, yeah, I mean, that is the worst part. They're not even pretending. I think this guy, whatever his name is, Ash, I think Ash is pretending to care, because if you're an adult man, how could you care about this? You know it doesn't matter. You literally know it doesn't matter at all. The internet was a mistake. I mean, the internet's pretty epic, but it's funny to say that when you see people like this existing, breathing the same air as us. It's annoying. It's just annoying, man. I hate it. And be sure to become a member. For $5 a month, they get the members only podcasts and exclusive videos that only members get. Thanks so much for your support.
No